Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. Now, there are some areas where you can make major savings at very little inconvenience, and indeed, the money saved is a good thing. Not only is nobody going to be inconvenienced, but you'll actually be doing good. For example, you could close down all your pretendy embassies. The only people inconvenienced by that would be the friends and relatives of those in power and the officials who somehow managed to wangle these little jobs for all their chums in foreign pretendy embassies. All at very, very high pay, you understand, but it's nice to spend a few years in a foreign city fully subsidised. And why not, if you can get away with it? Well, unfortunately, people are letting them get away with it. But imagine the millions of pounds saved from that was pumped into something like, I don't know, the fire service. And that way, rather than letting people die to push some kind of ideological dream that will never be realised, you could actually do some real good, save people's lives. Unfortunately, that's not what the SNP are choosing to do. They're choosing to not only keep, but to expand the pretendy embassies. And in order to raise this money, they're cutting money from the fire service. Because, hey, it's only people. If they burn horribly to death, that's a price worth paying, apparently. Let's take a look. Now, this headline: Fire Service cuts risking lives after bosses had to call in reinforcements from an hour away. Now, if you're an SNP voter and you're watching your house burn down and your children are trapped inside and you know they're going to die a horrible, painful, nasty death, are you going to be sitting there as it's burning down and go, well, yes, it was worth giving my children up just so that some brothers and cousins of senior SNP officials get to have a really nice time in a foreign embassy at my expense? The children, yes, it's sad. I'll miss them. I can always have more. But those embassies, they're important. Is that what goes through your mind if you're an SNP voter? Because it seems to be, because your priorities seem to be, let's have pretendy embassies, let's not have fire engines. And I don't understand that mentality. If you're willing to let your kids die, that's up to you. But please don't force that on other people. A firefighting team tackling a huge blaze had to call in reinforcements from Coatbridge to assist with an incident in air, as the government has warned cuts cost lives and people are dying. This isn't speculation. When you cut fire service numbers and resources, people die. And they are dying exclusively for one reason: ideology. Scottish fire and rescue bosses had to call in backup from an hour away after a specialist kit was axed in budget cuts. A high-reach appliance was sent to a town 50 miles away to assist, but sources revealed the Scottish Sun that this left the whole of Lanarkshire without cover, while an MSP warned lives are being put at risk. It only took that second fire and people die. And they died because the SNP literally think letting people die in fires is well worth the price if they can keep and expand their little pretendy embassies. Which do you think is more important, the lives of people or some ideological dream? Well, if you're an SNP supporter, it's the dream every time. They don't care about people. The alarming incident came in December after firefighters raced to the old factory shop in Ayr, where the town station was last year stripped of its high-reach device. Bosses scrambled one from nearby Kilmarnock, but when another was needed, it had to come from 47 miles away in Coatbridge. Tory Shadow Justice spokeswoman Sharon Dowie said, "This is a consequence of the SNP starving our fire service of vital funding. It's only a matter of time before knock-on delays lead to avoidable deaths." Of course it is, and it will happen. People will die, and there is no getting away from it. If you cut money from the fire service simply to fund the jollies of your little friends in your family in all these little pretendy embassies while you wank yourself silly in a circle jerk thinking, oh, look at us, we're a proper country now, then you don't deserve to be in power. You are evil. You are actually laying the lives of your people down at the altar of nationalism. And there's a word for that, and that word is fascism. That is who currently is ruling Scotland. They are fascists and they do not care about the people. It's all about the ideology. It's all about the cult. And if people die, so be it. That's the price that they are worth paying. Well done. Well done, all you SNP voters. Last September's inferno at the Station Hotel in Ayr, a high-reach engine was summoned from Glasgow. Jerry Mackay, the Scottish Fire and Rescue Services Deputy Assistant Chief Officer, said, "Our operations control staff have the flexibility to mobilise the most appropriate type of resource to any emergency incident. This incident was brought to a safe and effective conclusion." Yes, that's spin. That's bollocks. Because what he's saying is there, oh, my job relies on a political sort of oversight. He says, and I can't really piss off the SNP. He said, oh, yes, it was brought to a safe and effective conclusion. Yes, because there was only one fire, and that one high-reach vehicle was sufficient. But if there was a second fire, if there was another Grenfell, and that high-reach wasn't available, what are you going to do? Watch them burn, hear the screams, see the children being thrown off balconies. That's what this means. That's what this government has come to. It would rather have children burn than give up its pretendy embassies. And anyone who votes for the SNP, that's the mindset you have. You've just got to remember that. You are voting for these elites to have their little circle jerks in the sun while you and your family could burn to death. Do you not get it yet? Are you really so stupid as to think that that is somehow good? I'll stop. I will come up and we'll round off this video. The trouble with cults is the members are so brainwashed that they've lost all common sense. And you see it with it all with the SNP, the little cultists. The foaming at the mouth, the rolling eyes, the madness, the sheer dedication to the cause, that they are willing to sacrifice their own children simply to ensure that Scotland somehow becomes a free country, free from the yoke of the United Kingdom, and then watch as it burns. Because it won't have trade, it's got no deals, it's got no standing, they can't afford to do anything. And for somehow... these people, they've taken, they've taken the red pill. They've been red pilled all the way through, and they think that what they're being told is real. They haven't sussed out yet that they've been incredibly lied to, and it's all done so that the elite can have this life of luxury. This life of being powerful. The 1%ers all at the top. They're having a better life than you, of course, because you're paying for it. You're willingly doing that, and you're willingly sacrificing your children. Well done. Anyway, I shall stop there. Thank you very much for watching. Do please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, leave a like, and remember, folks, don't drink the juice. Don't drink the BS juice that they keep spreading. They are toxic and they are dangerous. Till next time, bye.